Okay, let's see what we have.
Wow. So this is Orzammar.
Oh, yeah.
It's huge.
It's pretty big, yeah. Okay.
We are honored to serve you, Grey Warden.
Okay. Okay, the Gennar armors are here. No, he's not.
Lord Harrowmont is such a good, caring man. He'll make a great king.
Okay, so Lord Harrowmont seems to be the one that they are rooting for. Dagna is over here. Gennar armorers are here. But I think we're going to...
Ancestors, guard my son, for he is lost in darkness. Mothers, keep him safe, for you know what it is to mourn.
Okay, let me just get this nug. Okay.
I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone.
If you don't mind me asking, what were you praying for?
My name is Vilda, widow of Turak of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Rak. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
Your son is missing?
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms.
5 years
He was so
ago.
proud, but he got separated somehow.
Wow.
When they came home, he wasn't with them.
Did anyone go after him?
The captains don't want to lose anyone searching for stray men. Too many were taken by Darkspawn that way.
Okay. What would you give for... You know what? I'm gonna go with shouldn't abandon him. I will look for him if you want.
How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself.
Yeah, well... I'm a Grey Warden, so... I'll do it.
A warden? So you could
Yeah.
do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
Take heart, good widow Filda. We'll do our best.
Please, find me as soon as you return.
Right, okay, cool. So... A new quest, a mother's hope. Right. Okay.
It's about time the Darkspawn started attacking the surface. They bothered us for far too long.
No, there's another nug over there.
Drunken singing, I hear.
What? And a wall carving. What is this? The casts. Oh, here we go. The casts. Visitors to Orzammar should keep in mind that the hierarchies of dwarven society are much more complex than our own. It is easy to gravely insult a man simply by mistaking his position. Since this can lead to unnecessary loss of life and limbs, I will attempt to mitigate the danger for my fellow travelers. The society of Orzammar is divided into nobles, warriors, smiths, artisans, miners, merchants, and servants. Now, you are undoubtedly saying to yourself, we have all those divisions among our own people. This is a dangerous misconception. Certainly we do have nobility, artisans, merchants, and these positions are largely inherited from our parents. However, the younger children of noblemen often choose to be artisans or soldiers. The sons of merchants may join the army or become servants or apprentice themselves to a craftsman. This is all freely chosen, limited perhaps by the circumstances of birth, but still chosen. What is a matter of choice for most human folk is dictated entirely by birth for dwarves. No one may become a smith who was not born to smith caste parents. A servant who marries a noble woman will never be a noble himself, and although his daughters would be nobles, his sons would be servants, for daughters inherit the caste of their mother, while sons inherit the caste of their father. Wow. Okay, that is different.
Ancestors smile on you.
Okay. Brother Burkle.
Maker's blessing on you, brother.
Okay. I didn't think dwarves believed in the Maker.
I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, Returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light.
I see.
I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar.
Really? Okay. Don't dwarves worship their ancestors?
There is resistance. It's obvious the world wasn't created by the mortal souls who dwelt within it. Yet the dwarves of Orzammar persist in worshipping their own forefathers.
Okay, but that's their religion. Why would we interfere?
You speak as if these people have deliberately chosen to reject the Maker, but most of them haven't even heard his name. How can they choose the path of enlightenment if they never learn that the path exists?
You think you can show everyone the way, presumptuous fool. I don't want to go with that, because I don't want to... Okay, so the only... Okay. The only... I can turn away from that, or I can ask whose permission do you need to open the chantry.
The Shaperate controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting.
The Shaper of Memories?
The Shaper of Memories controls the Shaperate, Orzammar's record system. Like the Chantry's historians, but more thorough. They track the births and lineage of every dwarf born in the city, every property sale, death in battle, marriage, or divorce.
So this is a quest that I can take, or I can... You know what? If I bump into him, I'll see what I can do.
I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always.
If this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Okay,
Please,
Liliana.
let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
Right, okay. And now we have a new quest. The Chant of the Deeps. Okay, we'd like you to establish a chantry in Orzammar. However, he needs the permission from the Shaper to do so. You told Brother Burkle that you would speak to the Shaper of Memories on his behalf. The Shaper can be found in the Noble Quarter. Right. Okay, this is going to go into Dust Town. We don't want to do that yet. We have Legnar here.
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
Oh, here we go. This guy is with Balin, eh? Your allegiance is with this Balin. Your allegiance to this Balin is clear. Why?
Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not.
But some people say Balin killed his father.
Just as many say Harrowmont. Neither are paragons, and the scales being equal, I go with the promise of more trade.
I see. And you approve of this chaos?
Can't find ore without splitting some stone. My investments are solid, I'll be fine. The Assembly has done us a favor. They've shown just how loose the sand is under our feet. It opens people to change.
Okay. Right. Let me see what you have in store. No, let's go with the Blight is coming. Orzammar can't be divided.
Orzammar will decide what we can or can't be. Blight may be imminent on the surface, but our warriors are well seasoned against Darkspawn.
Ah, okay.
There will be topsiders left for trade. There's no end to you.
Wow. What are you selling?
I'll take your gold. You're good for
I don't
that.
like you. Right, I'm good for the gold. Right, okay. Tome of the Mortal Vessel. This tome gives the reader one more point to spend. Okay. And then we have, wow, silver demon head ring, gold earrings, golden symbol of Andraste, an elegant gold disc suspended from a ribbon that bears the mark of Andraste's flame, okay. And Ali King's flagon, a monument to the pot valiant in appropriately hammered gold. Lack of lid allows for a quick pour and, more importantly, refill. I don't know if I should be buying these. Oh, this is what? Remarkable Sapphire, another gift for Shale, I think. I'm actually going to buy this one. I'm going to buy this one. But I don't know if I should be buying these or not just yet. Okay, cool. Alright, so we've spoken to everybody here. We can start going into the tavern here, or into the, what is it? Into here. This is the Gennar Armorers. So yeah, I don't see any other what's it called? Any other nugs, right? As they're called. Okay, so I'll take care of Win when I go offline. For now, we'll just leave it like that. Okay, let's go into the Tapestries tavern here and see what's going on here. Whoa. Now this is
I tried dwarven ale once. I thought it was just something they tricked surfers into drinking as a joke.
Okay. Lord Helmi. Okay. Cora. Hello, Cora.
Atrust Vala, stranger. You must be the Grey Warden we heard about. Welcome to Tapestries. I'm Cora, your hostess. How may I serve you?
I'd like to hear a bit about the city.
So you come to Tapestries?
Okay.
I guess you're not asking for anything official,
Exactly.
or you'd be at the Shaperate. But I can certainly give you a mole's eye view.
Is there any place I should see while I'm here?
The nobles stay upstairs, except when they're slumming. You'll find the assembly there, the palace, the Shaperate, and plenty of estates. Down from here is just Dust Town or the mines, so my recommendation is avoid.
Okay.
It's not part of the city, just some old tunnels where the castlists build their nest. No one goes there if they can help it. But if you want fun, your best bet is the Proving.
Okay, I know what the Proving is, but what is, like, let's see what she's gonna say.
It's a chance for all the best fighters in Orzammar to test their skills. There's a tournament today. Arenas between here and the Diamond Quarter.
Wow, okay. Can I get a drink?
With 52 types of ale, 17
Whoa.
types of mead, and a dozen imported wines, we should be able to serve your needs.
Jeepers,
What do you
that's
have?
a lot. That's a lot of booze. I will. Ooh, a round of your best brew for myself and the house. I'm gonna go with this one.
Someone's feeling generous. A round of Valentis Red for
Okay,
everyone.
that's gonna ruin me, probably.
This, my friend, is the paragon of ales. The best your money can buy. Enjoy.
Right. Oh, no, it's not. I only lost... What? 1 silver. Oh, I can buy everybody a drink until they fall under the table.
So you're a Grey Warden. You think I'm impressed?
No. Okay. What? Right. Nevin.
Afternoon, stranger. Looking for a stool to share a brew?
You looking for a fist to share your... What? No, don't mind if I do.
I recommend the Lycan Ale. They brew it downstairs. Name's Naveen. I fight with Prince Balin's Expeditionary Field Unit. Yourself?
I am Aiden, a Grey Warden.
Figured as much. Good folks, Wardens. I was in the Deep Roads when that one came by. What was his name? Duncan? Something like that.
You knew Duncan?
I met him, sure. Good man. Solid. He knows what we go through in the Deep Roads. Not many do. Not even the ones who live this close. You have to be on the front lines.
Okay, so who's your unit fighting?
Darkspawn. Not much use in turning our weapons elsewhere while those vermin still live.
And you work for Balin, eh?
I go where I'm sent, fight when I'm there, and leave politics where it belongs.
I see, okay. I've never been to the in the Deep Roads.
Every Grey Warden ends up there. That's where they send you when you're ready to leave this world. Go die in the dark, putting away as many vermin as you can. Getting more crowded these days, though. Lots of people interested all of a sudden. We go back tomorrow, and we're not the only ones.
Who else is in the Deep Roads?
Lord Haramon's got his own men there, all looking for signs of Bronca. Guess the city's getting to miss having a paragon.
Whoa.
Everyone wants someone to put in charge.
Bronca is in the Deep Roads? Okay, what are you looking for?
Balin ordered us in at first bell. He's splitting us into 4 teams to search for some of the lost tigers. Looking for signs of Bronca, I guess.
So
seems to be whoever.
Everybody, exactly, that's what, okay. Okay, thank you for the drink.
Watch yourself. Orzammar politics are getting near as dangerous as battle.
Right, okay. So we found something new. We found out something new. That's good.
Darkspawn attacks have been really light this year.
Can you believe King Endrin turned against his own son?
Told him I don't understand.
Like an ale's 3 silvers a tumbler.
I mean, it's how the ancestors show their favor. Do they really need our help to decide who's worthy? And then he practically slapped me.
Okay. Who is singing like that? I presume this guy.
Greetings to you.
Okay. Can I get into...
They're everywhere.
Whoa.
I can't take it.
Dude, are you okay? You don't seem okay.
Get away. You'll change like the rest. Monsters hidden in all my friends.
Oh, he's traumatized. Traumatized. Yeah, Darkspawn corruption or just... I think it's madness. What are you talking about?
They follow you. Once you are in the story, they possess your friends and follow. See? I found copies. All from the same pen and older than the ones in song. Dormant my ass. Take them. I want out.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I won't disappear chasing a lie. I won't.
What? Unbound. The writers follow from every town ever since my lucky break deciphering the story. I see it now, how they take the locals closest to me, preventing rest or kinship. I thought this a road to glory, but I am dogged at every step by his talons. Gax gang, curse his name and the day I heard it. Oh, wait a second, what? This is for what quest? Unbound. Something is working behind the scenes in Ferelden. The notes you have acquired from dead or terrified adventurers point to an ancient evil, or at least an ancient man telling stories of ancient evil. You have cause to speak with Wilm Madon, who lives somewhere in Denerim. Vilm Madon. Okay. I have no idea what that is, but I guess we'll find out.
Sit down, have a drink, enjoy life.
Okay. Right, okay, let's talk to this Lord Helmi.
Lord Dennick Helmi, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden?
Things are hardly equal on the surface.
But there are those like you who see this with concern.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've taken the time to actually talk to the other castes. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary.
Okay. Okay, let's have him explain how the caste system works.
Badly. Oh, you're serious? Well, it's simple, I guess. The king and elected deshers of the assembly are at the top. Then it's the nobles. Then the warriors and all the craftsmen. At the bottom are servants. The casteless and criminals are below even that. Your caste is determined by that of your same-sex parent. And that's where you stay your whole life, whatever your skill.
Yeah, that's... Okay, so you get to vote on the next king?
Me and 79 other fine, upstanding examples of how someone who's born into every privilege inevitably wants more. They're not fond of my views on equality.
Who are you voting for, if you don't mind me asking?
I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Quarter in his life. But Lord Harrowmont seems a bit more forgiving. Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzammar matters more to him than winning.
Right. Okay.
As you wish.
Cool. Some more information. So Balin is not stupid at all. Or, it's not that I thought he was stupid or anything, but, you know what I mean. Him being like the least and the lesser child, right? Because that's what he has been presented as. Okay. Let's get into the Gennar armorers. Wall carving. Can I just read this here for a second? Life in Orzammar. Here we go. The dwarves of Orzammar are quite unlike those found in most human cities. Although Orzammar derives its vast wealth from trade with human kingdoms, all dwarves who come to the surface to trade are stripped off their position in society. Dwarven merchants are so ubiquitous in human cities that many people labor under the impression that all dwarves are merchants, or that their whole race worships coin and trade. But these surface dwarves are atypical creatures, the ones willing to give up all ties to their kin and sacrifice their rank in order to conduct business. Below ground, the dwarves are a people obsessed with honor, their own and that of their family. Most nobles incorporate chainmail even into formal gowns because slights and insults often turn deadly. Wow. They are a people who revere excellence and strive to achieve it in all things. Even members of the servant caste have been elevated to paragons, usually posthumously, in recognition of remarkable service. Right. Cool. Yeah. They have a like a super fast temper, don't they? Gennar, hello there.
Welcome to Gennar Family Armorers. I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail. At Gennar's, we have everything from leather to platinum.
Okay. Are you part of the Smith caste?
Aye, for 100 generations. My father made his name by inventing a fall and tacet, which were integrated into the cuirass. But, I'm guessing by your face, you're not a smith yourself.
No, I'm not actually. Do you know anything about what's happening with the king?
I stay out of politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses. Lord Harrimont's a fair man. My father did business with him, and he always paid on time. But the Idukans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object.
Right. Do you have a daughter named Dagna?
Has she been bothering you? It's a whiff of surface stink, and she's like a cave tick. Won't let go.
I'd actually like to help her study with the mages.
Do you even know what that means? If Dagna goes to the surface, she forfeits her caste. She'll never be able to marry or work in Orzammar again. Dwarves don't do magic. Dagna knows that. It's just a childhood fantasy that dies hard. Please, if you see her, send her back and let me talk some sense into her.
Okay.
Please, don't encourage Dagna further. Tell her you were wrong and that her place is with her family.
Okay, can I see what you've got? Because I want to see what you've got.
Of course.
I understand your point.
Keep in mind, we also take items on trade.
Okay, that's good to know. Right. Heavy dwarven helmet. Okay, okay. What's the most expensive thing here? Dwarven massive armor. Right. Okay, you have some interesting things, I have to say. But I don't want any of it. Okay, so the father doesn't want the daughter to go, and I can totally understand her point. This is going to be interesting. Okay. Right. No. There's a document there. What? Oh, and the nug. There's a nug.
You know, I've heard about the Orlesian bards.
Who hasn't? They are quite famous after all.
The stories I heard were a little racier. It had to do with how a bard assassinated her target. How they were lulled into complacency.
My god, Alistair.
If those stories were true, who would ever agree to entertain a bard in their court?
Oh, I don't know. There's a certain allure to danger, isn't there? And besides, you couldn't all be assassins, could you? I'd take my chances. If the stories were true, that is.
We had rules about that sort of thing. Strict rules.
Such as?
No, she's not gonna tell you.
You're not gonna tell me,
Nope.
are you?
Let's just say I had plenty of reasons to join the chantry, shall we? And leave it at that.
Okay. Codex on what? The key to the city. Pursuant to Order 51A, no dwarf of indeterminate caste may conduct business in the commons. This was subsequently clarified by the Assembly to mean that the owning and operating of stalls or kiosks is limited to those of identified and approved house names with traceable ancestor lineage of at least 3 generations. Exceptions include individual purchases of goods or services from established stalls or kiosks, provided the funds are presented at the opening of the transaction at the discretion of the stall or kiosk owner. I'm sure you understand the need to maintain strict quality control over all goods and services that flow through Orzammar, especially when we are making a concerted effort to encourage outside investment. The standards of Dust Town and that of the common brand are simply not sufficient. Your trade permit is hereby denied. Yowza. Okie dokie. We're not going in there just yet. I don't know what to do about Dagna. On the one hand, I kind of want her to go study, to be honest. Diamond Quarter as well. I kind of want her to go study, honestly. Can I give you some more?
You're the best wrangler I've ever seen.
Alright.
But there's more out there.
There's more out there? Okay. So, I don't know. I'll think about it. Okay, let's go into the Diamond Quarter here. Right, here we go. Council... what? What is this?
It shall be done.
Again, another key to the city. It is agreed that no rules of procedure were explicitly broken, but a 5-day filibuster is nonetheless worthy of censure. Division of House Gorosmot property was deliberated for a full session, and forfeiture of the southern estate deemed a necessity. Since the birth of young Cade necessitates his elevation to noble status, and it is unthinkable for a noble's family to live in the slums, it is the responsibility of the father to accommodate the placement of his family. It is not possible to simply generate new space in the Diamond Quarter without compromising Thaig's structural integrity. Lord Dace's comment that if Lord Gorosmote didn't want a new heir, he shouldn't have slummed for a concubine was indeed inappropriate, but the proper procedure for resolution through proving was followed. Both parties agreed to accept his retraction, and the matter is considered separate and closed. The decision of the Assembly regarding the placement of the Duncast clan stands. Okay. What?
I hope the Assembly picks a king soon.
Yeah. Okay. Adol.
From what I've heard of dwarven politics, I'm almost surprised we haven't seen blood running these streets.
Okay. Who is this now?
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for want of a king.
Uh-huh. Orzammar.
News of the hour! 3 more clans endorse Lord Harrowmont as the true voice of the dwarven folk. Is Paragon Hood far behind?
Paragon Hood. Okay, there's a weapon rack there.
What's a human doing? Oh, must be the Grey Warden we heard about.
Uh-huh. Okay, can I, okay, yes I can. Cool. I can also go in here. Oh, this is Harrowmount's estate. Alright, okay. Lady Dace. Hello there.
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
Okay, we might speak again at a later time, maybe.
I hope you'll support Lord Harrowmont.
Okay, a lot of people seem to be supporting Lord
Grey
Harrowmont.
Warden arrives in Orzammar, most likely to pay respects to the rightful king, Prince Balin. Nothing I say is provably false.
Okay, Jesus, alright.
Good day, Grey
I'm also...
You know, after all this is over, I wouldn't mind getting a job here. I could sing, tell stories, help the king get items from high shelves.
Okay, Liliana. Right.
We simply must reopen the gates. I cannot live without my fresh plum jam from the surface.
Right, so I'm also considering rooting for...
I require a moment of silence to take in this magnificent sight.
Harrowmont. Okay, what is this here? This is Chamber of the Assembly. Right, okay.
We are glad to have you here, Warden.
You're wise to support the rightful king.
I haven't made my decision. The Shaperate is here. Okay. Shaperate, Orzammar Chamber Assembly. Should we go in the Shaperate first? Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of things here. Right, okay.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories?
Whoa, what?
Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperate. What have we been reduced to?
Did you get a good look? Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dusttown. They couldn't know the value.
Alright. New quest. Track down the thief who stole a tome from the Shaperate. Cool.
Perhaps you should stand over there instead.
Okay. Another quest here in the book. Let's read the book first. The Legion of Steel. Right. The Legion of Steel. Paragon Caridin vanished in the 11th year of the reign of King Baldur, and with the Paragon, the entire process for golem manufacture was lost. Expeditions were sent into the deep roads to track him, but the Darkspawn drove them all back. Finally, in the 2nd year of the reign of Queen Getha, 126 golems, the entire Legion of Steel, were sent to recover the Paragon. None returned. The Shaper of Golems refused to support any further attempts to find Caridin, and the Paragon was officially declared dead. The Shaperate never recovered from the loss of an entire legion of golems and never again allowed an all-golem regiment in the deep roads. Whoa, okay.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
What kind of research?
I was looking for something about the Ortan Tig. It was lost during the last Blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Ortan, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Ortan, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
Okay. Well, I could look in return for some of that Ortan wealth.
You're from the surface. What do you know about fighting Darkspawn? There aren't even any expeditions planned until they settle this election. Otherwise, you need special permission from the Assembly or some great lord.
Well, I'm a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could, Maybe now that you're looking, it's almost too much to hope.
I'll see what I can do. Lost to the memories. You still haven't told us what we're getting for this, but whatever. Find records of Orta's family and Ortanthaig. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. The Shaper, 1 second. Can I go and... Ooh, there's a lot of books. The Deep Roads. Let's have a read through this. There isn't a dwarf alive who remembers the deep roads as they once were. They were the network of tunnels that joined the Thaigs together. To be honest, it isn't even right to give them such a simple term as tunnels. They are works of art, with centuries of planning demonstrated in the geometry of their walls, with the statues of the paragons that watch over the travelers, with the flow of lava that keeps the deep roads lit and warm. The cloud gazers up on the surface talk of the imperial highway built by the magisters of old, a raised walkway that crossed thousands of miles, something that could only have been built by magic. Perhaps it is comparable to the deep roads, although we dwarves didn't need magic. I suppose it doesn't matter anymore. The Darkspawn rule the deep roads now. When Orzammar sealed off the entrances to the deep roads, abandoning everything that lay out there, we handed over the kingdom that was to those black bastards forever. To think that there are genlocks crawling over Bonemar now, tearing down our statues and defiling our greatest works. Corruption covers everything we built out there. Every dwarf who goes out and comes back says that it gets worse with each passing year. The foulness spread a little further. And the cloud gazers think the Darkspawn are gone just because they aren't spilling out into the surface. Huh. One day when Orzammar is gone for good, they'll find out differently. Those Darkspawn won't have anywhere else to go but up, and they'll do it. The surface folk will have themselves a blight that will never end. Yowza. Well, we hope we won't have that. Okay, there's a lot of books here, so we're gonna go through them all right now before we talk to the Shaper.
I shall do it.
In praise of the humble Nug. I once served a human some Nug, and he proclaimed that it was like eating an unholy onion of pork and hare. An unholy union of pork and hare. The idea disturbed him so much that he declined to finish his serving and made himself content with some stale bread. Of course, this only goes to show that surfacers, human or otherwise, have tragically unrefined palates. The Nug is surely the most delicious animal I have ever tasted. Only a dead man would not salivate at the thought of a tender morsel of roast Nug melting in his mouth. The paragon Varen, although his house has fallen, shall always be remembered for discovering the wonders of Nug flesh. Admittedly, it was discovered only out of desperation when he was separated from his legion and lost in the deep roads for a week, but we won't hold that against the good paragon. While Nug pancakes and Nug gets... my own children love these, are the Nug dishes one encounters most often. Nug can be prepared in other interesting and elegant ways. The late King Ansagar, a Dukan, adored Nug, seared on a hot metal plate and finished in the oven and dressed in a cream sauce flavored with deep mushrooms. You must be careful when using the mushrooms from the deep roads because they often grow close to Darkspawn bodies. They say that this is what gives them their unique flavor and intoxicating scent, but it also means that consuming too many of them may result in curious afflictions of the mind. Yeah, okay. Orzammar politics. As dangerous as it is to mistake a dwarf's caste, it is far more deadly to mistake his alliances along the noble houses of Orzammar. Everyone in the city is allied with someone, whether by blood or by word. The nobles do not engage directly in commerce themselves, as that is the domain of the merchant caste, but they do serve as patrons. They invest in shops or in artisans' work, and in turn reap a share of the profits as well as a measure of the credit. Merchants and warriors alike benefit from the service of a prestigious patron. The relative power of each house is ever-changing. It is usually safe to assume that whichever noble house holds the throne is at the top of the heap, but below that things grow into a tangled mess. Houses ally with one another by marriage. They earn rank and prestige when combatants loyal to them or from their own bloodlines win provings. They earn it when artisans they patronize or patronize, right, become sought after or well regarded, or when the merchants they invest in become successful. The degrees of power that these achievements confer is so murky, even to the dwarves, that it isn't unusual for nobles to challenge each other to provings over whose smith forges better belt buckles or whose servants have the best manners. Nor is it out of the ordinary to find two merchants arguing over whose noble patron has won the most acclaim, for the rank of the patron is the rank of the client. Nowhere is this more apparent than in the assembly, where the Deshirs, representatives of each noble houses, meet. Although the king technically rules Orzammar, kings are elected by the assembly, and so each king must work constantly to maintain the support of the Deshirs. Kings who prove unpopular find their heirs deemed unacceptable to inherit the throne. Power then passes to another house. Wow. Yeah, it sounds a lot like our politics. Okay.
Very well.
Legion of the Dead. The Legion accepts all. So I was told by one of the legionnaires himself, a dwarf who waited quietly at the entrance to the deep roads for the rest of his unit to assemble. They gathered slowly, each equipped with heavy armor and fine weapons, each painted with grim tattoos applied at their funerals the night previous. For that is the nature of the Legion. They are all dead. Any dwarf may join the Legion so long as he is willing to give up everything he has. The funeral rites are somber, a final goodbye is said to the family and loved ones, any material goods are dispersed to the heirs, and last words are said, and then it is done. The new legionnaire marches out into the deep roads, never to return. The Legion fights against the Darkspawn to the last, striking one final blow against the monsters that have claimed so much of their homeland. Many joined the Legion to clear the slate. Criminals joined to avoid punishment. The dishonored joined so that their houses and families need not suffer on their behalf. The bankrupted joined so their debts might be forgiven. A very few join for a last chance at glory, but the Legion takes them too. This sounds like the Night Watch in Game of Thrones. This group hopes to reach the fabled fortress of Bonammar, once the Legion's home, associated with the greatest of their paragons. Bonammar is a holy place. Its loss the last great blow against the dwarven kingdoms, and its recapture would be a glorious signal to all of Orzammar. But capture it or no, all of those warriors will die in the deep roads. It is a sobering thought, and I now know why the dwarves say the Legion's charge is the battlefield's most frightening sight. They have nothing left to lose. Yeah. Dwarven faith. The chant of the light is almost never heard in the halls of Orzammar. This is hardly a surprise, for unlike the elves, who were literally abandoned by their gods, or the Tevinters, who worshipped dragons, the dwarves have no gods at all. Even the concept of worship is foreign in Orzammar. Instead, the dwarves seem to venerate the stone, a name they give to the earth itself. This seems practical for a people living underground, if perhaps a bit unimaginative. For guidance in spiritual matters, they turn to their ancestors. These ancestors, who are said to have returned to the stone, communicate their wishes to the living via brutal trials by combat called provings. The ancestors' collective wisdom is maintained by the Shaperate, which can apparently store records in Lyrium itself. Set above the ancestors, above even kings, are the paragons, dwarves who have achieved such greatness that they are elevated almost to godhood. These are the great figures holding up the hallway that leads from the surface, the first glimpse of Orzammar that outsiders see. Yeah. Okay. The Shaper's life. Orzammar has carved a legacy from the stone, but history is more than the comings and goings of the field and streets. These caverns are old cuts and well traveled. The true will of the stone is revealed far from the halls of the politics and commerce. The Shaper must step away from the familiar and seek out revelations from the frontier or buried secrets from paths abandoned. The Shaper must first walk away if he is to return. The Shaper's life. Traditional dwarven folk songs. Nug sits in the mud. Nug wiggles his ears. You catch the Nug, he sleeps away. Nuggets to live another day. Okay, alright. And then... Ooh, the search for the true prophet. This tattered tome explores the possibility that Andraste was a powerful mage and not the Maker's chosen. It seems this book was saved from a fire at some point. And then gloves of diligence. Right, take everything. Cool. Okay. Right, let's talk to the Shaper. Let's do that, and bam.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories.
Okay, how do you know who I am?
The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you.
Wow. Okay. Let's talk about Orzammar, Lord Shaper.
Ask, and I shall do my best to answer.
How did the caste system come to be?
According to our legends, 7 brothers founded our empire. The youngest, Bloadlik, was the wisest and was chosen king. His children formed the noble caste. The eldest, Giachet, trained his sons to defend their king. They became the warrior caste. Shotgyar founded the artisans. Orzatyar forged our first swords. It was Orzammar who dug the mines that became our city's foundations. The twins Koapar and Noct both founded trading houses, but Noct was wounded in battle. On his recovery, he swore to serve his brother's sons.
Okay, what about the castleless?
The casteless descend from criminals and those repudiated by their own families, or who chose to go to the surface and live by human laws. They have no ancestors to guide them and no families to claim them. They should not have been born. Their parents defied their shame and brought cursed children into the world. It's better they die young.
Wow. It seems very easy for you to dismiss them like that.
Their births are not recorded in the memories. In Orzammar, they do not exist. Is there something more pleasant you wish to discuss?
Tell me of Orzammar's history.
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with Darkspawn.
Where is Kal Sharok?
At the other side of the old Empire. During the last Blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the Blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us.
I see. Well, we read about the golems, but I'll ask him anyway. How did you lose your golems?
The Paragon Caradon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the Darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caradon's tide is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
Yeah. Okay, what's a thaig? A thaig?
They are to us what a colony is to surfacers.
Okay. Cool. Let's go back to my first questions.
Please, speak your mind.
Okay, I would like your permission to open a chantry here. I'll go for that.
That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city.
Okay. One of Orzammar's own has returned to spread the chant.
I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
You're right. He's right. No, he's right. Whoa, wait, what? The Chantry's charities could greatly aid Orzammar. Wait a second. What harm would it do to let him preach? Would you rather wait for a human army to convert? What? No. I don't know if that's true or not, but the only answer that let's say I kinda agree to is the Chantry's charities could greatly aid Orzammar, and I'm gonna go for that.
What sort of charities do you mean?
The Chantry could educate children of all castes.
I am not certain this is in Orzammar's best interests. Our castes have served us well.
Okay.
But it's possible this service could benefit our people. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
No, thank you for your time. Okay, so...
I will record this conversation in the memories. I hope I do not come to regret it.
Wow. Right. Quest updated here. The Shaper has granted Brother Burkle his permission to start a small chantry in Orzammar. Brother Burkle will be quite happy to hear this. Yeah, I'm not very sure I'm super confident in helping Brother Burkle, honestly, with the chantry and everything, but if that could end up benefiting the dwarves on the long run in terms of the charities and everything, that would be okay, I guess. Although, on the other hand, I don't want to be disrespectful to them, and I hope I'm not being disrespectful to them by pushing this thing. I don't know. I'm a little bit conflicted about this. Anyways, I'm gonna stop this episode here, guys. It's been a long one for me. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.